This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. In the last previous sessions, whatever we discussed about overview sessions or general information related to SAP FICO, we had different points which we talked about, with which I hope everybody would have heard some basic understanding related to SAP FICO, accounting, what is the job market, how we need to move forward, how long it will take for us to understand. Over and above, we need to ensure what is our current level of knowledge, what are our current commitments, and how long you can spare on a daily basis for SAP FICO. Every point you need to make a note right from the beginning, so that tomorrow as we move forward there should not be a surprise, or you should not feel that I am not able to understand or I'm not able to practice on a daily basis. It is okay if you're not understanding initially. It is okay if you're not able to follow as we move forward, because as I said, this is going to take some time for you to feel comfortable, for you to feel confident. We will be taking first 1 month just to make sure that we feel comfortable on the system, we feel comfortable with SAP FICO. Only after 1 month we will begin our regular configuration, from where you can count, okay, this is where I am now going to understand conceptually what is SAP FICO. Before that, you are not going to understand what is SAP FICO. Whatever we are doing in the system, we need to ensure right from the beginning you are able to understand. First point, if you look at, let's say, starting point in SAP FICO and then ending point in SAP FICO. If we talk about starting point in SAP FICO, as per our system configuration, what is the first setting that we will do in SAP? What do we create first?
Company.
Company or company code?
Company code.
Company code. This is company code. First point is to create a company code. Last point, what do you do in SAP? What do you check as final point in your accounting also?
Reports.
Which report is the last report which will tell everything is correct?
Profit and loss account.
Profit and loss balance sheet.
Trial balance.
In short,
Trial
TB,
balance.
P&L, balance sheet. Your first point is creating a company code. Last point is checking or reviewing trial balance, P&L, balance sheet. If you are not aware of this point, or if you are not able to understand this point, whatever we do in SAP FICO, conceptually, logically, we will not understand what settings we are maintaining, what practice we are doing, what we are understanding. We also are not clear. So with that intention, with that approach, we should not practice, we should not move forward. For you to have a clear understanding from first point to last point, it takes approximately 3 weeks. This will take approximately 3 weeks. So in short, first 3 weeks, we will not be confident or comfortable. So when I say first 3 weeks, we will assume that first 1 month, we will focus on making sure we are comfortable and confident on SAP FICO. Because if you are not comfortable, if you are not confident, definitely as we move forward, day by day you will be adding different topic. Day by day you are increasing your syllabus to prepare practice. It is not going to straight away happen. It is straight away not going to possible. Am I correct? If you do not understand a different point, every day I may be
Yes.
teaching a different topic. Every day you will have new topic added. You may not be finding a time to practice on a daily basis. Forget even if you're finding time to practice on a daily basis, sit, study on a daily basis, unless and until you understand what is this, why am I doing it, how this is going to happen in the project, is this the same thing that I will be doing in the project, until you feel comfortable, until you feel confident, you will not be okay with what you're doing. It is like for namesake you are practicing. Whatever I'm doing in the class, you're repeating it. That is not going to give you knowledge. That is not going to give you confidence. That learning, you're not supposed to do it. As I said, it is okay if it is taking time, let it take time. You understand, learn, prepare, practice with your own pace. When I say your own pace, try to go at a slower pace only until you become comfortable, until you become confident. As I said, first 1 month, we will be understanding a different point only to get familiarity, only to feel confident, comfortable. And whatever we discuss in this first 1 month, everything we will do it right from the beginning once again, practically in SAP. That time when you're talking about company code, you will know what is company code, how company code is created, and in the project of any SAP FICO, what is going to happen, you'll be able to visualize, okay, this is what will happen in any organization. As a FICO consultant, this is what we will be doing. With this understanding, with this knowledge, as you move forward, you will be able to relate, okay, I am understanding this for this purpose. Or tomorrow you're in a project, you're talking to somebody. If somebody is asking you something or you're explaining something to somebody, please make sure you're in a position to understand if you're listening from somebody, or you're in a position to convince if you're explaining it to somebody. If these 2 points are not happening, our knowledge is not helping us, your effort is not helping you. Depending on your individual learning capability, depending on your age, depending on your current commitments, current activities, please be very realistic, please be very practical and think accordingly. Then things will move fine. You will not be scared, you will not be afraid looking at different other factors. Don't compare with others. Somebody may be not working currently, somebody may be dedicatedly sitting to practice SAP, somebody may be already working on SAP, somebody is already trained outside on SAP. So everybody has got different background. Do not think, do not get confused, do not feel demotivated, do not think that I am not able to understand by looking at somebody is asking a different question, somebody is talking in a better way, somebody is, is having very good knowledge, very good understanding. Don't do this kind of a comparison. Am I clear? You go at your own pace,
Yes.
and as you move forward, if you're not feeling comfortable, if you're not feeling, that I am not up to the date, so when I start the next batch, I will move you to the next batch again you start attending from the beginning. In short, you will be learning, you will be attending at your own pace. If you wanted to complete at a quicker, faster pace, please ensure that you are in the same flow of understanding, of preparing, of practicing, and of spending a time on SAP FICO. Practically, I don't think majority of you can do this, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Most of you are already working somewhere or the other, and you already have different other commitments, different other works, and practically sitting on it, understanding on a daily basis, practically not going to happen. Keep it from your mind. Sorry, remove it from your mind. Tell your mind that first 1 month I am not going to understand anything. First 1 month I am going to give my time to understand, to make myself comfortable with the system, SAP terminology, SAP environment. That's all. Here you will understand what exactly a FICO consultant does in a project. Then when we see it, you'll be able to relate everything practically in a project. Assuming you're in the project, whatever you do, whatever we do, similarly, we will practice everything right from company code creation until balance sheet, whatever the way you get the requirement, whatever the way you work in the project, whatever the way you need to talk, understand, in the similar way, we will do it. For that understanding to happen, you need to ensure first 3 weeks or first 1 month you are comfortable. Meaning you should feel that, okay, if you are hearing something, If you are listening something, you should feel okay, I'm able to relate it, I'm able to understand it. Never you will think that this topic is something which is new to me, this topic is something that I'm not aware of before. As I said, along with your regular classes, what additional session you will be attending?
Interview.
Interview session. Along with the regular session, you will be attending interview session. In the interview session, as I said, it is common for all. When I say interview session is common for all, there we will not be doing any configuration. Even if I do any configuration, it is not in detailed configuration, specific scenario execution related to interviews and all. There you should not be thinking that, okay, this topic is not covered in our batch yet, I will skip this. It is not related to it, because there you are understanding the concept, you are understanding the points related to the practical environment in the market and in the real project environment. We will be discussing different interview questions, different scenarios, different things which are happening in the market, and the different things what people are doing in their project, and different things which you will be doing in the project, you will be understanding. In short, practical knowledge related to SAP FICO consulting you will understand in the interview session, along with what you are learning in your regular session on a sequential order. In the regular sessions, we will go at a sequential order. In the interview session, it will be completely different topic. Many topics which we will discuss in the interview session may not be configuration related, or it is not something that you can practice on SAP. But you must know that knowledge, you must understand that point. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear so far? All
Yes,
right. So next thing, what we will do is, when we're trying to understand SAP FICO, first point we need to understand, we need to keep in our mind, as we discussed in the overview sessions, it is all about accounts. We'll have to ensure we are understanding accounts. We also need to understand we're able to feel comfortable, confident with account. Why we need to feel comfortable with account, why we need to revise, recollect our accounting knowledges. In SAP FICO, as everybody is aware, you have GL module, you have AP module, you have AR module, you have cash, you have bank, you have tax, you have assets. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. In GL, do we post journal entry, debit, credit? Yes or no? Are
Yes.
we posting debit, credit accounting entry in GL module or not?
Yes.
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 Are we posting debit, credit journal entries in AP module or not?
Yes, posted.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. In AR, are we doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
In cash, are we doing it?
Yes.
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 In bank, are we doing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. In bank also we are doing it. Taxes, are we doing it?
Yes. Yes.
All right. For asset also we are doing debit credit accounting entry. In short, everywhere it is all about debit credit accounting entry. Whenever you are talking about debit and credit, it is related to accounting fundamentals or not,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Whether I'm
Yes.
talking about SAP FICO or not SAP FICO, if I'm talking about accounting finance, I must know what is debit, what is credit, how accounting entries are posted. If I am not aware, if I am not sure, this is not going to be working out for me, for anybody in that matter. So usually what we do, if we are trying to understand right from company code, chart of account, fiscal year and all, we will not be in a position to understand what we need to do as a FICO consultant in the project. Understanding SAP FICO from a consultant point of view, with which you will be able to perform right from day one after getting the job, is a different approach. You will practice, you will prepare in such a way wherein you are fully comfortable, you are fully confident, but the moment you get the job on day one, you are completely lost. When I say you're completely lost, you are completely scared, afraid of looking at SAP, looking at the environment. That is a different approach, which we will not be choosing. Tomorrow, when you become a consultant after getting the job or after attending your first interview, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel confident. Yes, whatever I understood, whatever I prepared, whatever the knowledge I gained, it is the same that they are asking me in my interview. First point in your interview of your first SAP FICO interview, I want everybody to feel comfortable, confident that yes, whatever I understood, whatever I prepared, whatever I practiced, whatever the knowledge I gained on SAP FICO is the same thing that I am questioned in my interview. With my understanding, I am able to answer. With my understanding, I am able to convince the interviewer. This confidence you need to get on your very first interview. And when you get the confidence on your first interview, you feel comfortable, you will easily get the job. Otherwise, what will happen after attending the first interview, we will know the reality. Questions, whatever they ask, we may not be able to answer, or whatever we answer, the other person may not be convinced. These kind of a thing, which is negative, which will lower your confidence, should not happen in your case. I have to take care of it. You also have to take care of it, because whatever I teach, whatever I talk, whatever I explain is just to make sure you gain the knowledge, is to make sure you feel comfortable, is to make sure you feel confident. All right. At the end, either it is my target or it is your target. The point is to make sure you gain the knowledge, you feel comfortable, you feel confident in your project. Not in your interview, in your project, because to feel comfortable in interview, it is just a week effort. If you're able to sit for 1 week, you will be comfortable, confident for interview point of view. But the target is not to clear the interview. Target is to ensure you will prepare for your job right from day one. On day one, I want you to be confident on the project. When you're preparing, considering this, your interview preparation is covered by default in it. You do not even have to think about interview preparation. When you're preparing, considering a project, a real environment, your interview preparation, everything is automatically included in it. In short, beyond that, you are going. Interview is nothing when you're preparing at this level. Interview is just a cakewalk for you. You will easily clear any interview on SAP FICO that you attend, even if it is more than 5-6 years of experience requirement. All right. So keep these points in your mind. You are not preparing. Do not bring a point in your mind that you are new to SAP. You are fresher to SAP. You are mentally prepared. You have more than 5 years of SAP FICO experience. When you talk to somebody, you should represent it. When you explain to somebody, when you are interacting with somebody, you should showcase that confidence while talking, while discussing with anybody on SAP FICO. For this to happen, you are crystal clear on your mind what happens in SAP FICO, what you will do as a consultant. No imagination, no assumption. When I say no imagination, no assumption, whatever you know, whatever a FICO consultant does, it is supposed to be the same. No imagination, as I said. I am not going to tell you this is how you are doing it in the practice environment. In the real environment, it is different. Whatever is like that, I will avoid talking such point. We will not be discussing anything which we don't do in the project. So whatever we are discussing, whatever we are talking, whatever we are practicing, keep a note on it. As a FICO consultant, whatever you do after getting the job, same thing you will do in the classes. Whatever the way you get the requirement, whatever the way you get the problems, whatever the way you get the issues, in the similar way we do it in the classes, practice or whatsoever. It is exactly the same way how you do it, how you get it in your project. Clear, right? Do not think that I am practicing, but in the real environment I do not know how it will be. The way it will be in the project, we will do it in the testing environment in your practice server. So practically there is no difference between what you practice, what you do, and what you do as a consultant. As I said, please keep verifying with people who are working as SAP FICO consultants on what you are learning, on what you are preparing, on what you're practicing, on what your understanding is. Ensure your understanding, your knowledge is correct according to the current market standard. Whatever you need to know, you're knowing those points. Even in your batch, there are different SAP FICO consultant. As the classes will go on, you'll be able to interact with each other. You'll get to know so many practical points. In short, we are all here to share our knowledge. Whatever the knowledge I have, whatever the points I have, I will share it with you. Whatever the knowledge that you have, whatever the points you have, you will also be sharing with the other people in the group. Clear? At least until we start interview preparation. Agree? When you start interview preparation, you all become competitors to each other. That's a different story. But at least until you reach to the interview preparation, you need to help each other. Because I understand once our classes are coming towards end, everybody will become competitor to each other. Is that true?
Yes.
What
Yes,
if
sir.
both of you are going to the same company for the same position? I don't want you to help your friend sacrificing your job. I don't want your friend helping you sacrificing their job. So make sure you're comfortable, confident enough to get the job wherever you go. For that, you will have to share your knowledge, understanding, whatever you have. Any question that you have, feel free to ask, feel free to get it clarified right from accounting, debit, credit. Because initially, as I said, first 1 month, when I say we are not going to understand, we are not going to feel confident, comfortable on system. I myself telling you will not be comfortable, you will not be confident for first 3 weeks or first 1 month. Reason, we are not going to talk about the configuration. Reason, we will not be talking about configuration, but within this 1 month, you will know so many points about SAP FICO. You will be able to talk to anybody on SAP FICO. If anybody talks anything about SAP FICO, you will be able to understand. That is for sure. Within this 1 month, you will have that confidence. You know what is SAP FICO, what is happening, what you are learning, why you are learning, what you will do, everything you will have a clarity. With that clarity, you will be able to understand, you will be able to relate so many points. Otherwise, what will happen? I keep on explaining a topic every day. I do not know whether you are understanding, you are not understanding, nobody knows. Including me, I also do not know. I assume you are referring to the recording. I assume you are practicing, you are preparing, but practically it is not supposed to be the situation. Because we are not doing offline learning, we are all doing online learning. I do not know whether you are really practicing or not. Do I know? Unless you tell.
No, sir.
I do not know whether you're really
No.
practicing or not. I do not know whether you're really understanding or not. I do not know if you have any doubt, question, confusion, unless you ask. Feel free to ask me any question towards the end. Even if it is what is debit, you are free to ask me. I will tell you whatever it is. Whatever the information I know, I will give you. If you ask a question, I do not know anything about it, I will accept I do not know. I will tell you next day what it is. Do not expect I also know everything. I also may not be knowing certain things which you ask. But if I do not know something, I will say openly, this I do not know. But next day, I will tell you what it is. Similarly, whatever you're understanding, please make sure different points, different scenarios will be there in SAP FICO. Slowly, you try to understand. Slowly, try to feel yourself comfortable. I'm not telling you to understand straight away. Just try to understand what it is. Or try to feel comfortable with whatever discussion is going on or whatever we are talking about. If not completely, at least half we will understand, at least 10% we will understand. Am I correct? Yes or no? It is not that we are completely blank, right?
Yes, sir.
At least 10% we will understand in this 1 month. If you are able to understand this 10%, it is enough. All I want you to understand in this 1 month is only 10%. Only 10% of SAP FICO you are going to understand, or I want you to understand in this 1 month. Then you will automatically understand everything, whatever we are doing conceptually, practically. That time you will be able to relate, okay, this is why we are doing it. You'll be in a position to take your own example. When I say you will be in a position to take your own example, any scenario that you're creating, don't think, don't, put any entry, anything, whatever comes in your mind. Write down, think that, okay, in an organization, what and all is happening, how these are all happening. I will tell how you need to relate, how you need to take your own example, how you need to think. Accordingly, when you put your effort, you will enjoy working on SAP FICO. You will enjoy learning SAP FICO, as you will see whatever I'm understanding, whatever I'm imagining, I'm able to do it in SAP. You do not need anybody to check what you have done is correct or not, because accounting is self-explanatory. Self-correction is enabled in accounting. Am I correct?
Yes,
If
sir.
I do any accounting, I don't want anybody to, evaluate my accounting, put, 10, 5 marks out of 10 mark, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, not required. Accounting itself will tell you whether it is right or wrong, if you know what is accounting. Am I correct? Right? For which we need to understand. When I say for which we need to understand, basic accounting onwards, we need to relate it. For example, if I take basic fundamental, let's say, assume that we are starting a business. I am writing a general terminology. I'm writing a general terminology. We are starting a business. Whenever we are starting a business, it is nothing but you're starting a company, you're opening a company. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right? We are starting a business means we are opening a company, we are setting up a company. In order to set up a company, what do you need? Money is
Capital.
required, right?
Yep.
We need money, or we need investment, we need capital to
Yes.
start. Correct?
Yes.
We need these points. We need money, or you need to put some investment, or you need to have some capital to begin. Assume that you have this money, you have this capital, you have this investment. Let's say we have invested somewhere around 30,000 in the business. If we say that we have invested 30,000 in the business, after investing 30,000, do you forget 30,000? You expect 30,000 back.
Expect 30,000 plus.
Better.
More than
Right?
30,000 expected.
Right? No, but at least this 30,000 we will expect it back when you drop off from the business, when you close the business.
Yes, yes, sir.
It is not that I'm
Yes.
investing 30,000, I'm forgetting 30,000, right? Let's
Yes,
say
sir.
we have invested 30,000 in the business, then we started doing the business. Let's say we started doing business. Now you will be able to identify whether you're making a profit or you're making loss on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. According to accounting, what is the base?
Monthly basis.
Daily or monthly? We need to calculate on a monthly
No.
basis. Why we need to calculate monthly? Why not daily basis? Because there are many expenses that will be incurred on a monthly basis, not on a daily basis. For example, I am paying rent. I am paying rent for 1 month, right? Not for 1 day. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I am paying salaries. I am paying salary per month, not per day. I am paying electricity bill. I am getting phone bill. I am getting internet bill. I am getting XYZ bills or whatsoever. Most of the things are given to me or known to me on a monthly basis. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
For me to find out whether I am actually getting a profit or I'm actually getting a loss, I need to wait for a month to get completed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is when I or you will get to know whether you are making actual profit or not. Otherwise, you do not know. You may be getting to know, okay, this is my daily sale, this is my daily whatsoever. It is only for an information purpose, but that is not actual accurate profit. Agree with me?
Yes.
For me to say this is what is my actual profit, I need to wait until the month gets completed. So here, if we start doing business, let's say first month we got 2000 profit. First month we got 2000 profit. Can I treat this as my actual profit or not?
No, sir.
No.
Can I treat this 2000 as my actual profit or not?
No.
No. Because how much we have invested?
30,000.
30,000. First you need to recover 30,000. Only then you will
Yes.
treat that, yes, whatever I have invested, I am able to recover it. Agree?
Yes.
But normally we don't use the capital. I mean, normally we don't use the profit for our personal purpose. Currently, what I will say, I'll say that my investment till here is how much? Till here, till this point, what is your investment?
30,000.
30,000.
30,000.
30,000. After the first month close, when you make the profit, what is your investment now according to you?
32,000.
30,000.
So after this, let's say second month business, you have 32,000 to invest in your hand. So you are keep
Yes.
on increasing, you are keep on growing your business. Am I correct? It is not that, okay, this month I got 2,000 profit, I will spend 2,000, I will enjoy with the 2,000, again 30,000. Is it that? Or you keep on accumulating money?
No, keep on accumulating.
Right? We are keep on accumulating money, meaning your profits are keep on increasing, so that one fine day, second month business, we got loss of 500. Possible or not?
Possible.
Possible.
Second month when you are getting a loss, are you going to give 500 from your pocket to business again? Okay, this month there is a loss. Okay, I will put 500 from my pocket in the business. Do you
No.
do it?
No.
No. No.
No.
We don't do
No,
it.
no.
Whatever the profit you have, you feel that, okay, currently my profit was 2000 previous month. I am assuming my current investment is 32,000. After this loss, I will say that my investment is only 31,500. Agree?
Yes.
Yes.
You are going to adjust within the business. You are not going to take money from business, spend outside, or you are not going to bring money from outside, keep it in business in case of a loss. So profit, loss, whatever you get it, you are able to adjust within the business. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what we all would have learnt in accounting, in your academics, if you go back and then look at it. True? So what we were doing, whatever the profit that you are getting, let's say, you will prepare P&L. In P&L, if I get profit of 2000, I will have my balance sheet. In my balance sheet, we will have capital of 30,000. Now to this 30,000, do we add profit or not? Is this what everybody did in your accounting academics?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Right? You are doing profit loss calculation in the P&L account. This profit loss, whatever you are getting from P&L, we are using it in the balance sheet. And you are doing plus minus to the capital or only plus from capital. You are adding it to the capital.
Yeah, adding to capital.
Sir, minus to the capital.
Right? You are adjusting this with the capital in the balance sheet straight away. Here also we will do the same thing. Here also we will do the same thing, but what will happen? Let's say BS first month. So what is your total capital? 32 here. First month end. Am I correct?
Yes.
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 If I take second month, assuming in second month you got a loss of 500. So here in my second month, my capital will become 32,000,
Less 500.
right? I am going to deduct loss 500 from here. I am going to represent 31,500 as my net capital. Is this how you calculate your net investment or net profit loss, your current capital value? The basic
Yes.
fundamental. I'm not going in detail, in depth, but at a very high level, at a very layman language, this is what we are going to understand, right?
Yes.
Right? Similar points which we need to ensure, yes, I'm able to understand these points. Once we feel that, yes, I'm able to understand these points, it will allow you to take your own example while practicing. When I say when you're practicing, do not take any company or whatsoever, whatever the company that you're taking, you're in a position to understand the company business process, take your own example, and then bring your understanding into SAP, assuming you're working in that client as a SAP consultant. Considering this situation, you need to work on your practice. Not that whatever we do blindly, it is not supposed to happen. You should assume you're working in the project, and this is how you're getting the requirement, which I will tell you. How you will get the requirement, what information you will need, who will give the information, how you will get the information, how do you collect the data, what questions you need to ask. All the points I will make you understand clearly. According to that, you need to take your own example. When I say according to that, you need to take your own example. Make sure whatever you're practicing is your own understanding in SAP, not what I'm showing, not what you see outside. Am I clear? At the end, it is your learning. At the end, it is your understanding. At the end, this is your knowledge. And you are learning to gain the confidence, you are learning to gain the knowledge. Let's ensure that you are able to think, you are able to practice on your own with your own example, which is correct, which is approved, said okay by everybody. To that extent, you need to reach. That should be your target right from the beginning. If this is going to take a little time, please invest some time, go at this pace so that you do not need to look back for any reason. Maybe I'm able to practice it, but I'm not able to understand. I'm able to practice it, but I'm not able to explain it. Most of the people will face this kind of a problem. On the system, they are very good at SAP configuration, but when it comes to explaining what they did to the other person, they are completely blank. Even though they created configuration, even though they posted the entry, report, everything is correct. But when it comes to explaining the same thing to the other person, they are blank. Or even if they're explaining it, the other person is not happy, the other person is not convinced, meaning you're not explaining it in a proper way. In case if somebody is talking about something in SAP FICO which you already know, which you already practiced multiple times, still we are finding it difficult to understand. Whatever the topic it could be, the other person is talking, other person is explaining, but still we are not able to understand or we are not confident. This is also which we need to rectify, meaning you need to ensure that these points are overcoming, these points are not becoming as a problem in your understanding as you move forward. You have to eliminate all these points. Tomorrow when you are sitting in front of anybody to give your interview, assume these points. Your final target to get a job. Am I correct? Is this the target for everyone? Yes
Yes,
or no?
sir.
Yes.
This is the target for everybody. To get the job, we need to give interview. Am I correct?
Yes.
Final target is to get a job. To get a job, we need to give interview. Now your interview is either telephonic or virtual or face to face. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
It can be any mode. It can be any mode depending on the company. It can be telephonic, it can be virtual, it can be face to face. Now, here what you need to do in the interview, we need to talk and get the job. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes.
In the interview, you need to talk. In the interview, we need to talk and get the job. So, if you are practicing, it is okay. But your practice is not okay to get the job because in the interview, nobody will give you a laptop. Nobody will ask you to execute this and then show me. Will anybody ask that in interview?
No.
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 Nobody will ask it. Everybody want you to talk. Everybody want you to explain. So your understanding is not on your practicing. Your understanding is on your explanation. What you're practicing, what you're understanding, what you're talking, what you're explaining, how you're convincing the other person is what going to decide whether you will get the job or not. When you know these points right from the beginning, you need to keep a note that your practice is not going to achieve this. You need to practice with the different points aligned to it. Only then your practice will give you the result. Otherwise, practice whether you do it one time, whether you do it 100 times, will not make you comfortable, confident to talk, to explain to the other person. Now here to do it, we will be asked questions by the interviewer. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
For this, we will be asked questions by the interviewer and we will be interviewed for 30 to 45 minutes approximately. We will be interviewed for 30 to 45 minutes approximately. Majoritarily, whenever you talk, whenever you think about interview, we are all nervous or tensed for interview. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
We are all nervous, we are all tensed for interview. This you have to eliminate. This is not going to happen overnight. This is not going to happen overnight. Even if you practice 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, there will be one fine day wherein you need to sit in front of the interviewer or where you need to attend one interview, telephonic, virtual, whatsoever. You need to face the questions and then answer. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Now, your practice, whatever you're doing on a daily basis, if it is not helping overcome this, whatever the practice you are making, if it is not helping you overcome this, that practice right from the beginning, we need to avoid it. Okay, that practice, whatever is not allowing us to feel comfortable, confident in your interview, you need to avoid it. Such kind of a practice, you should not do it. So any such kind of a practice, whatever you do, whatever you understand, first 1 month is in your hand, wherein we don't look into SAP, but we will understand a different point. So in which you will get to know so many points related to SAP FICO. With that, you will have a clear clarity. Okay, for me to get a job, for me to work confidently in any project wherever I go tomorrow, I need to ensure I am confident. There should be no situation where you will look back. There should be no situation where you are uncomfortable, where you feel I'm not confident enough to work in this. I am feeling afraid. I am feeling tensed. I'm feeling nervous. I will not be with you at that time, making you don't worry, I am there. Practically, I will not be there. Right? You need to ensure dependencies slowly you will reduce it. When I say dependencies slowly you will reduce it, I will make you ask different questions. I will answer all your questions at the beginning. Slowly, as we move forward, you will see the difference that you are avoiding your questions. You are seeing the difference that yes, I'm not asking any question nowadays much because I'm able to understand what he's talking. Initially, whatever I'm talking will create a confusion, will put you so many question marks in your mind. What is this? What is that? Why this? Why that? And all. So many question marks you will be accumulating initially. You'll have a lot of question marks in the beginning, but within a month, within 2 months, you will start these question marks. You will start these question marks getting reduced. Initially, you will see question marks are increasing. Are we counting our first 1 month or no?
No.
Not.
No.
We are not counting our first 1 month. In the first 1 month, you will have so many questions. And then in the first 1.5 month, you will have so many questions. But once this 1.5 month is completed, your question marks will start reducing. Your question marks will start decreasing because you start understanding things conceptually, practically. That is your actual learning. Initially, it is common. You have to get questions. You have to get confusion. You have to be having so many doubts in your mind. Literally, when you think, you should be completely blank. Why this? Why that? Why he is doing this? Why he is doing that? Why not like this? Why like this only? I saw it is very simple. Why here it is complicated? You should have so many questions. You should have so many doubts striking your mind at the beginning. Only then you are on track. If you are understanding properly, please make sure you are not understanding anything, especially when you are with me for your first 1 to 2 months or first 1 to 1.5 month. If you are understanding everything crystal clear, you are not understanding what I am talking. You are not getting any doubt, you are not getting any confusion, you are not understanding what I am talking. Whatever I talk, whatever I explain, whatever we discuss for the first 1.5 month, it is going to be tricky. It is going to be a little confusing. You need to have those tricky points in your mind. You need to have those confusions in your mind. Only then make sure that, okay, now I'm able to understand. So the point is very clear. If you feel comfortable, confident, yes, I'm able to understand everything, I'm feeling very confident, you're not understanding anything. You're understanding only when you feel that something is missing, I'm not able to, relate it what it is. You're getting my point? When you're not understanding, you will have question marks in your mind. Yes or no?
Yes.
What
Yes,
is
sir.
this? What is that? Why like that? Why like this? Because I may be talking, but I'm not showing anything in the system. I may be talking different points, but I will not prove why it is. I'll tell different things, different scenarios I will show, I'll explain to you. Every scenario, every point that we will discuss will create different question marks in your mind. Only when these points are creating a question mark in your mind, assume that you are understanding SAP FICO. Your initial step of understanding SAP FICO is to gather so many question marks in your mind. Collect so many questions in your mind. Collect so many doubts in your mind. Then when you're practicing, practically you will clear each and every doubt. Practically you will see each and every scenario in SAP. That's where you will feel, yes, this is the reason. This is the reason we are doing this setting. If I do it, this is going to happen. Tomorrow when somebody is telling anything, be very confident why this is going to happen, how you will do it, and why you're telling like this. Otherwise, when I tell, you feel that, okay, if it is the case, it will be like this. You by hearted it, it is okay. But what if there is a situation where you need to prove that whatever you're telling is correct? How do you prove it? if you are not confident, if you do not know this scenario practically. Am I correct? Yes or no? Assume a scenario wherein you need to explain, you need to talk, you need to convince the other person. Accordingly, when you put your effort, you will automatically understand. As I said, as you move forward, you will have a lot of confusion, you will have a lot of doubt, you will have a lot of question. Do not worry about it. That is how it is going to be for first 1 month. Am I clear? Do
Yes.
not think that I'm
Yes.
not able to understand anything, I am getting confused. You have to get confused. You should not understand anything in first 1 month. That is your target, because you know where you are confused, you know what you are not understanding. With that knowledge, with that experience, you will realize, okay, for me to understand, I need to ensure every point I will see properly. How every point, how every topic is getting connected with each other, I need to know. That will make you feel confident. That will make you realize what is happening in your organization. I think almost everybody has got experience here, somewhere or the other. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? I think it's very rare somebody is with zero experience. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Almost, I would say 90% somewhere or the other you're experienced. Agree?
Agreed.
Somewhere or the other you're all experienced in any company, in any process, in any domain. Now, if you notice, wherever you worked, you have access to everything, or you have access to limited from the business point of view.
Limited access.
Limited access.
Right? You were not knowing complete business process, right? For example, you are working for a company, let's say ABC Private Limited. We are specifically talking about MNC. We're talking specifically about a multinational company, because if you're talking about a multinational company, majoritarily you may be talking about BPO kind of a thing. Agree? In which you may be working in. We're talking specifically related to finance and account. You may be working in P2P process, O2C process. What else will be there?
R2R.
GL,
GL, R2R, taxation, recons, or
Reporting.
collections, right? Let's
Reporting.
say fixed assets, reporting, something like this. You will have different points. Am I correct? Depending on the company, there may be different classification, but these are the examples, some of the example. These points are clear for everyone. At least you would have heard these points before.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Those who are working in P2P, those who are working in P2P, they do not know, they will not have access to check, do anything in O2C. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, sir.
yes,
Right? Those who are working in O2C, they do not have any information, they do not have any access to check GL. Agree? Likewise, those who are working in one area, they are not authorized to work or do anything in the other area, because these are all accountant positions, or these are all end user profiles. Agree? These are all business user, accountant, or end user. Their job, their role is only to make sure the specific business process accounting is done. Maybe vendor, customer, reconciliation, asset, tax, etc. Is my understanding correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Right? This is what is usually going to happen. If somebody is working, let's say XYZ Private Limited, let's say a local company. Here you may be working as an accountant. Here you may be having access to everything, because as an
No.
accountant you may have to create the customer entry, vendor entry. You only have to prepare MIS and all in a local companies,
Yes.
normal industrial companies and all.
Yes.
Correct? Now, depending on the company, the way you are having exposure to the business process is differing or not. It is not same way. It is not same in every company, right? Some company it is different. In some companies it is different. Depending on your profile, depending on your experience, you may be having different level of understanding. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Now,
Yes, sir.
when you are working as a consultant, if you are working as an end user, if you are working as a non-SAP consultant, let's say SAP FICO consultant, non-SAP FICO consultant, what are we going to become? SAP FICO consultant or non-SAP FICO consultant? What is our target?
SAP FICO
SAP
consultant.
FICO consult.
We all wants to become SAP FICO consultant. Let me put green here. Right? We all want to become SAP FICO consultant, not non-SAP FICO consultant. I'll mark it, a different color. A non-SAP FICO consultant does not need to know everything about these points. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
If I'm a non-SAP FICO consultant, I don't want to become a consultant. I can pick, I will learn only P2P, I will learn only O2C, I will learn only taxation, I will learn only reconciliation, only collection process, only reporting process, only fixed asset process. These are all basically end user profile. These are all basically end user activities. Am I correct?
Yes, all are end user. Yes.
Right? If I pick 111 separately, these are all end user activity. If I wanted to become an end user, if I don't want to become a consultant, I do not need to focus on everything. I can pick anyone. Let's say I'll pick only P2P. I can pick only R2R. I can pick only any other point from here. I will get trained. I will get a job in SAP as an end user. In general, practically to become an end user, do we need SAP training?
No, sir.
No. No,
No,
no.
not
No.
necessary.
Not
To
at all.
become an end user, you do not need any training. All you need to know about that business process. That's all. Tools, whatever are used in any organization, try to understand one or two tools. That's all. For example, if a company is using a P2P process in Tally, you should know how vendor transactions are created in Tally. Agree?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
If a company is using Oracle, you should know how vendor transactions are processed in Oracle. If a company is using SAP, you should know how vendor transactions are performed in SAP, because this is end user process. Wherever you go, P2P process remains the same. Only the application is getting changed. Agree?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Accounts payable is the same everywhere in this world. Only the application is getting different. That's all. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Right?
Yes.
So your focus is supposed to be on the process, not on the application, because you already decided you are going to learn what? SAP FICO. So by default, your planning is to become a FICO consultant. So application is already covered here, SAP FICO. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
You already decided you want to learn SAP FICO. You already joined SAP FICO training, meaning keep from your mind SAP FICO outside. From your mind, keep SAP FICO outside, because you are already on SAP FICO. Getting my point?
Yes.
Yes,
It's as
sir.
simple as like you're traveling somewhere, you wanted to go by car, you are already boarded the car, you're already sitting inside the car. Don't think how car looks like and all. You're already in car. Look at what is that which is around you. Look at what is your destination, how you are going to reach the destination. Don't think about it when you're already inside the car. Now you're already inside SAP FICO training. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're already going to
Yes.
work. You're already going to think, do everything in SAP FICO. Keep SAP FICO out of your mind. Focus on business process. Whatever business process you're focusing, you're going to understand the business process. Do it in SAP FICO because you're now traveling on SAP FICO. By default, everything will be on SAP FICO only. Is my statement clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
So have a clear understanding, have a clear thought process, then you will understand things in a better way. So don't start putting equations, don't have unnecessary confusion. How do we configure this? How do we do it? Whatever your understanding is to do it in SAP only. Agree? Whether I show it or I don't show it, it is immaterial. You have to do it in SAP. You have to see it in SAP. Before you see, you should know what you are going to see. Agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? Before you see what it is, you should know what it is. Without knowing what you are going to see, how do you know, how do you believe that yes, this is what I wanted to see? First of all, whatever you want to see, there should be no confusion. Whatever you wanted to see, there should be no confusion. Do you want to see this SAP screen? Is this what you wanted to see? SAP screen? If I put my ID, if I put my password here, is this what you wanted to see?
No.
No, sir.
Is this what you wanted to see? This you can see for free of cost also, right? So this is not what you wanted to
Yes.
see. Am I correct? You wanted to see SAP only, but not only SAP. So what you're seeing in SAP matters,
No.
right? What you're
Yes.
seeing inside SAP matters. So that matter is basically your business process. That is your business process. Make a note on it. And whatever the business process you're understanding, this business process you need to see in SAP. For that, you need to understand what is business process.
Yes.
If you are able to understand what is business process, it is immaterial whether I show you in SAP or I don't show you in SAP, because you are learning SAP FICO, you know what is configuration, you know how to see each and everything. You will be in a position to go and do it. But for that you need to know what you want to see and how to understand it, how to do it in SAP. For that, key point is your business process here. If you're talking about, let's say, first point, what did we write? What is the first point here? P2P.
P2P.
P2P means what?
Procure to payment.
Good to payment.
Procure to pay or procurement to payment. Procurement means what? Purchasing.
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 Correct.
Right? P2P, I can also say purchase to payment or procure to payment. Now, when you're talking about P2P, procurement, you're talking about procuring from whom?
Vendor.
Vendor.
Procuring from vendor.
Vendor.
Now, right, when you're procuring from vendor, you should know what do we purchase from vendor.
Area.
Normally, whenever you're purchasing, what do we purchase in general?
Inventory.
Material or service.
I can purchase material, I can purchase a service. What else I can purchase?
Asset.
Assets.
Set.
I can also purchase asset. Only these three, nothing else. Only these three you will purchase from a vendor. Either you will purchase a material, or you will purchase a service, or you will purchase a asset. All right. When you're talking about this, you're talking about purchases. Agree? This is all about your purchases. Now,
Yes.
in your purchases, if you go back to your academic, there are two types of purchases. What are those two?
Credit purchases, cash
Gift
Cash
purchases.
purchase,
purchase.
credit purchase.
Cash purchase.
Cash purchases, credit purchases. Cash purchases, credit purchases. From whom you are going to purchase?
Vendor.
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 You are going to purchase from vendor. Do you blindly go and purchase from, whoever you find, or you will be selective while purchasing?
Selecting while purchasing.
Selective.
We will selective.
You'll be
Select.
selective. Blindly, you will not purchase, right? Before you purchase, you need to identify what to purchase.
Yes.
Yes
Yes.
or no? Before you purchase, you will decide what to purchase.
Yes.
Yes.
Once you decide what to purchase, then you will decide where to purchase. Am I correct?
Yes.
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 Right? When you decide where to purchase, then you will see how much others are selling. What is the rate in the market for this? Is this really worth purchasing or not? Agree? You will think different points even when you purchase for your personal purpose.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Just like that, you are not spending money. Just like that, you are purchasing whatever you want, right? You are calculative. You are thinking so many things before you purchase,
Yes.
Yes.
right? Even if you are able to save, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, you are thinking, right? Is it worth spending more or it is not worth? Agree? Why? Because you are purchasing. It is not specifically about purchasing. It is specifically about spending money there. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
In your accounts payable, the point is not about purchasing. Point is about payment. For example, I want to purchase a mobile phone. For example, I wanted to buy a mobile phone. Okay, nothing wrong in it. Nothing wrong in it. I will buy a mobile phone. But now I need to consider different points before I purchase a mobile phone. If I look at in the market, there are so many options. I will find so many online apps like Amazon, Flipkart, etc. There are so many. I find so many offline stores like Chroma,
Sangeeta.
Reliance Digital.
Reliance, Sangeeta, etc. First point, when I decide that I want to purchase a mobile phone, I need to decide where to purchase, either to buy online or to buy offline. Agree?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes.
not straight away deciding to buy it, and after that I am thinking, okay, which one to buy? At the end, my requirement is to buy a mobile phone. My requirement is very simple, that I want to purchase a mobile phone. But when I actually step into, or when I actually step out from my house to buy a mobile phone, there are so many points striking my mind. Am I directly blindly going and purchasing mobile coming home?
No.
Or I am confused with so many points? I need to consider so many factors here,
Yes.
Yes.
right? So first I will decide, okay, let me place order online. I will go to Amazon. Blindly I will place the order, or I will check different other platform also.
Compared to
We will
online
Check
prices.
first.
Right? I will check different other platform. For example, now today is 2nd December. Let's say today there are no offers, but next week there is a big year-end sale is going to happen. Christmas deals are going to come where there will be huge offers are going to come. Good bank discounts will be coming. Do you buy now, or I will wait until 1 week?
until 1 week we will
Will
wait.
wait.
Right?
Yeah.
You are going to wait for another 1 week. You are not directly buying. Even though you want to purchase a mobile phone, there are so many factors which are affecting you.
Yes.
There are so many factors which are affecting with which you are not directly going and buying. For your personal purchase, if it is like this, in any organization, will it be so simple, so straightforward? No, right?
No,
It
sir.
is your money. You're only having so many questions before you spend, right?
Yes, sir.
In the organization, you are just an employee. So you cannot just like that spend whatever you want, right? Agree? You need to give justification for whatever you're spending. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? All these points we need to understand. It is not about in SAP, okay, to create a vendor, go to this transaction code, add a new entry, put 1, 2, 3, 4, save it. It is all done. It is not done. In fact, it is not started at all. If you are thinking that, okay, to go to or to do anything, all we need to do is we need to go to SAP. Okay, you go to anything. For example, I will go to FB, something like this. Okay, something like this I will take. I will put a supplier name, I will put the date, I'll put the amount, I'll put the account number, I will post it. It is okay. Is it simple or complicated to record an entry in SAP?
Easy.
Simple.
There is no rocket science in it. If you know data entry, if you know how to operate computer, mouse, keyboard, if you know how to look at the monitor, it is okay. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Even a person who knows how to operate a computer, even if a person who knows how to operate a computer can post the entry here or not.
Yes.
But when you need to post the entry, how you need to post the entry, what is the business scenario, what is the business process is what you need to understand. It is not about practicing data entry because you are not preparing to become a SAP end user. So your practice is not counted on how many times you are entering this transaction code, how many times you are entering the document is not measurement for your knowledge, is not measurement for your practice. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes,
For
sir.
you to feel comfortable, for you to feel confident, if it is taking one time is enough. If it is taking 10 times, 10 times is enough. If it is taking 100 times, 100 times are enough. It depends on you individually. Not that if I tell within 3 times you will be able to perfect, I may not be correct. I do not know what is your level of understanding. I do not know with what mindset you are practicing. Sometimes we will sit, we will practice, but we will not be able to relate, we will not be able to understand anything. Am I correct? Even though you sit for practicing, preparing, still we don't understand many times. Agree with me? Not that we are
Yes.
so smart. If you sit everything like a robot, we will get into our mind. Practically, this is not possible. Especially with SAP FICO, it is not at all possible. With one go, if you are going to become a SAP FICO consultant, this is a dream for you. It is a dream for me also. Right? Today night before sleeping, I will assume that this is my dream. You also assume that this is your dream. It is possible only in your dream, in my dream. In one go, you will be able to understand. In one go, I will be able to make you understand. Both are not possible. I cannot make you understand in one go. Impossible for me also. You will not be able to understand in one go. It is impossible for you also. So when we know it is impossible for me to make you understand in one go, impossible for you to understand in one go, keep this point out of your mind. Don't think that I am telling you something, this is over. It is not over. As I said, every topic I will explain you minimum 2 to 3 times. Each and every topic I will make you understand. I'll explain you 2 to 3 times. Only then you will feel understanding. Only then you will feel comfortable. What is this? What is happening there? Otherwise, it is not going to happen. Clear? As we move
Yes,
forward,
sir.
do not be with a mindset that I'm not able to understand. You are not going to understand in one go anything in SAP FICO. Especially if I talk, you are not going to understand anything in one go, because I'm not going to talk in such a way that you will understand in one go. It is not one-way communication, right? Today, if I talk, your understanding is okay. But tomorrow when you talk, another person should understand and should give you a job. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I am talking, your understanding is not the target. I am talking, your understanding, and then you're talking, somebody is giving you a job. For that to happen, I would have studied long back, or I would have practiced, I would have, worked so many times, I would have explained so many people. My level of understanding, my level of confidence may be different. Your level of understanding, your level of confidence is different. I need to think from your perspective. You also need to think from your perspective. If I say that, no, this is already I explained, you refer the recording number 22, class dated 2nd December 2024. I am not going to ask anybody to refer the recording. I want you to attend the class, understand. If you are not understanding anything, please ask me, get it clarified. But don't depend on the recording. Am I clear?
Sure.
Got it.
Today it is recording number 1. By the end of your course, you will be having more than 300 recordings with you. Including the interview sessions, you will be having more than 300 recordings with you. Is it practically possible for you to refer the recording?
No.
You do not
No.
even know what is there in which recording, because we don't do configuration in every session. But you will understand everything. So you need to focus on understanding. Make sure you are able to relate the content. You are able to feel comfortable, confident. That's all. And for that, as I said, it takes 3 weeks, or on an average, it takes 1 month. Do not be surprised that you are not understanding. Do not be surprised that I am not showing anything on SAP. As I said, for all of you to start practicing on SAP, first 1 month you don't need any SAP. I also don't do any configuration in SAP. We do not need any SAP configuration for the first 1 month. But you will understand, as I said, right from company code until balance sheet, everything in SAP FICO, GL, AP, AR, cash, bank, automatic payment program, document splitting, your bank reconciliation, FIMM integration, FIST integration, asset accounting, month end, year end, cutover activity, catchover activity, different implementation project, migration project, everything you will understand in this 1 month without looking at SAP, without logging into SAP. Am I clear? You will have clarity, high level understanding on all these areas in the first 1 month, even before you log into SAP. Then once you log into SAP, you need to have clarity from company code creation until balance sheet, all the activities you should have a clarity. Only then, when you are actually when I say this is our actual practice going on, I want everybody to start asking me questions. Why we are doing it? Who will give me this information? How I do it? Now, if I show a configuration, for example, if I create a company code, or if I create a company, I will tell we need to come to this particular transaction, add a new entry. I will tell give a company name of 4 to 6 digit maximum. I will tell my name, I will put or Ajay SAP FICO. Some details I will write, I will save it. I want you to practice it. Now what you are going to do, you are going to create the same screen multiple times.
Yes.
Correct.
Right? What you are going to do, you are going to create the same thing multiple times. First of all, you will not understand why I created. First of all, you will not understand why I created Ajay as my company. What you will do, you will create your name as your company, because you are blindly following me. I create Ajay SAP FICO. If you are Vijay, you will put Vijay SAP FICO. Agree? Is that what normally we do typically? If I am in your
Yes.
side, I will blindly follow you. If I'm in your place, I will blindly follow because I do not know what is it. I feel that, okay, whatever he is telling, I need to practice as it is first. Pin to pin, I will point it. I will practice it. Let's see why I will not get the job. First of all, I should know whatever I'm telling you, whatever I'm teaching you. Tomorrow, when you talk to somebody, other person should not say that you're wrong. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? Tomorrow, after you get a job, or tomorrow when you talk to your friend who is working as a FICO consultant, if your friend is asking, you're learning SAP FICO, right? Tell me what you're learned so far, what you're understanding, can you please tell me? Then whatever you're explaining, your friend who is working on SAP FICO should never say that you're wrong. In fact, it is the other way around. The questions, doubts, confusions, whatever you're getting, your friend who is working in SAP FICO should also find it difficult to answer you. Tomorrow, the questions, doubts, confusions, whatever you're getting, a person who is working in SAP FICO also should find it a little tricky to answer, a little tricky to convince you. Meaning you should put valid questions. Try to understand why. Why am I doing it? So can you give me an example? Can you tell me how you will get the requirement in the project? Don't think like whatever, your friend who is working in SAP FICO talking are the golden words, you're, making a note of it. You're not asking any cross question. It is not like that. If somebody is talking, explaining to you something related to SAP FICO, if you are not able to understand, please put cross questions. If they are not able to explain it to you, don't listen to what they are telling. Just ignore it. Am I clear?
Yes.
Right, sir.
Even if it is from me, if I'm explaining you something, if I'm not able to convince you, if I'm not able to relate it with an example with which you're able to understand, just ignore what I'm talking. Just ignore it. Don't put any effort, just ignore it. Hear it from that side, leave it from right side. Don't even apply your mind. What is it? Why he said like this? If I am unable to explain you with an example, you don't need to try because I am talking something for which I am not able to justify. Agree? If I am telling you something, if I am explaining you some process, if I am not clear about it, if I am not able to explain it with a proper example, if I am not able to convince you, it indicates that I am not clear on what I am talking. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? When you realize that this person is not clear with what he is talking, he is struggling to convince me, he is struggling to explain, you don't put any extra effort from your side to understand it, not required. That much effort is not required. Just ignore it simply. Just ignore it, relax, and then learn it some other time. That's all. Am I clear? Meaning tomorrow, whatever the process that you are coming across on SAP FICO, blindly don't believe, blindly do not trust whatever the details, whatever the information, whatever the news that you hear about SAP FICO. You will hear a lot of fake information, you will hear a lot of incorrect information on SAP FICO, especially in the open market. Do not believe in it. Am I clear?
Got it.
Yes.
You will get lot of unwanted information. You will get lot of information which will make you feel demotivated, which will make you feel diverted. First of all, make sure you are clear with your thought process, your understanding, what you are going to learn, how you are going to understand, what is your target. You have a clarity. Whatever the information that you are hearing from the open market, let it be from your friend or whosoever, make sure you don't get manipulated, don't get diverted so quickly without believing in what is true, what is not true. In FICO you will get a lot of fake information. Do not believe in it, especially wherever it is related to monetary. Do not take any decision. Somebody says I will help you get a job, somebody says I will arrange an interview, somebody says I will refer you, pay some money and all. Wherever you are asked to pay money, do not get involved in any such kind of activity. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
right? Somebody might say that, okay, you do certification, give me some amount, I will get it arranged, dumps and all. Don't believe in anything. Have a clarity, only then move forward. If you have any doubt, if you are confused on anywhere, discuss in the session, discuss in the group or in the class, you can put a question to me. But blindly don't believe in anything, whatever you hear around you, because majoritarily outsiders, when I say outsider, let it be anybody from any open source content, not everybody wants you to get the job, because it is the open market, it is a commercial market. You need to make sure you are smart enough to handle things independently. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are smart enough to handle things independently, otherwise you will be trapped unnecessarily. When I say you will be trapped unnecessarily, there are many incidents which are happening in the market. I hope everybody is aware. Different things people try to manipulate in different ways. It is you who has to be careful. It is you who has to be conscious. And when you are on the platform of learning SAP FICO, you have to be prepared for so many things, because at every stage you will find so many points attracting you, to loot your money. When I say to loot your money, they'll say something or the other thing, they want you to pay. If you're attracted, nobody can help you. So have that clarity. And as I said, keep in your mind, first 1 month you are not going to understand anything, so nothing to worry about it. I'm telling you, on day one, first 1 month you are not going to understand anything. So even if you are not understanding anything, it is okay, because you are well aware of it in advance. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Today, if I talk about something related to, let's say, catch over activity, do you understand anything?
No.
If I talk about KDS, there are many things, there are many terminology, there are different other information which we need to understand before you actually log into SAP. Before you actually log into SAP, you need to know so many things. Without knowing different things, you should not log into SAP. As simple as that. As simple as that. It's as simple as like you wanted to drive a car. Currently, you do not know the driving. Do you directly get into the car and then start driving it, or you need to know so many things before you do it? You need to be aware of so many things, so many scenarios, at least key basic fundamental points with which you will be able to manage. You're not panicked, you're not confused.
Yes.
Yes.
Straight away you cannot get in, even though it is your car, even though you decided to learn, but still hold on to some time to make sure you are comfortable, you're not scared of it, you're not afraid of it. You understand the basic fundamentals, observe things, understand the different terminology and all. Then you will understand, okay, this is how I need to drive the car, this is how I need to look at my surroundings. If you are going on the car, it is not okay if you know how to put your indicator, you should also know how others are putting the indicator. Am I correct? If you are giving right indicator, it is okay, but the person who is in front of you is giving right indicator, you should know what to do, right? You should not blindly follow. Likewise, there are so many points that you need to understand before we actually log into SAP to do the practice. Keep these points in your mind and then be very comfortable, be very confident. This first 1 month you will be completely aligned with SAP FICO. You will have clear thought process, what is going to happen, how you are going to learn. Clear so far? Yes, no?
Yes.
So the first point is to ensure we are feeling comfortable, confident, And then once you move on, we will be understanding different points, business processes, with which you will recollect your previous understanding. You will be able to look at your previous company experience also. For example, one of you worked in previous company, maybe you were working in accounts payable, accounts receivable, or any other thing. It is just that you did not work in a different process, but on an average you are aware of the overall business process. If you think back after knowing different point, if you go back and then recollect, it is easy for you to connect the dots. Agree? Yes, in my company previously, wherever I was working, this is how my friends were doing. Yes, this is how we were getting the things, meaning this is how that company was operating. Easy to relate?
Yes.
Sir.
Right? At this moment you may not be aware, but after you getting to know different point, if you go back and then think through, and all of you must be having your friends in your previous companies,
Yes, sir.
right? Most
Yes,
of you have friends working in different companies, yes or no?
Yes.
Since everybody is in SAP FICO, most of you may be having friends who are working in accounting side, finance and accounting side, maybe AP, AR, cash, bank, tax, etc. Chartered accountant, yes, no?
Yes.
Slowly, when you start discussing with them as we move forward, you will realize, okay, everywhere it is the same process, because accounting is the same everywhere. You are only learning SAP FICO, but business process is the same everywhere. Then you will realize, okay, these are all the business process. How do I bring it into SAP? If I'm asking my friend to talk about any particular process, am I able to understand? If I explain something to my friend, is he able to understand? You'll have to think different points, different processes. Ensure you're feeling confident. At the end, your confidence matters. At the end, your knowledge matters, for which you need to put your effort irrespective of the time. When I say put your effort irrespective of the time, do not count the duration, whether it is taking 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months. Spend time peacefully. Understand it is a one-time investment. Make sure you are getting the job with confidence, with your own knowledge. Clear, right?
Okay, sir. Okay.
yes, sir.
All right. Don't be in a hurry that a 3 months course, 4 month course. As I said, if it is going to take 6 months for you to learn, 1 year for you to learn, you will be with me for 6 months. You will be with me for 1 year. Do not worry about your duration. Focus and then go at your own pace. If you're understanding slowly, understand slowly only. Don't try to, go fast. That fast will not allow you to understand. There is no shortcut in SAP FICO. Even if you spend 8 hours a day, 7 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 3 hours a day, nothing is going to happen in SAP FICO. If you wanted to understand the concept, you need to have different points right from the beginning in a different level of understanding. Only then things are possible. Otherwise, no, it is not going to happen. Do not think that I will spend 1 month day and night, nothing will happen. I will spend 8 hours a day, I will quit my job, dedicatedly sit on SAP, nothing will happen. Things will happen at a slower pace. You need to look at your understanding level, your capability also. As I said, it is not the game of configuration, it is the game of understanding the business process and then bringing them into SAP, seeing the output, explaining, convincing the other person. This takes a little time. Have this in your mind, accordingly put your effort. And as I said, this is going to be a process that you need to follow. 3 to 4 months time minimum you need to invest after first 1 month. Your learning begins after the 1 month which I am talking about. If I go up here, whatever I'm talking about first 3 week or first 1 month, after that only your counting begins. Am I clear? Your actual learning begins after completing this 3 week, after completing this 1 month. That is where you will have clear clarity, understanding on SAP FICO. From there onward, you will understand whatever you're doing on SAP. From there, you will start enjoying SAP FICO. All right, fine then. So let us stop it for today. We will continue the different points from tomorrow onwards. All right, good night.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Go, sir.